Pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out. The back of the end zone for a touchback.
He's checking. Crash. Switch.
On first down, it's Watson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And a promising start as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. These two teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier this year with the Giants winning that one. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Dallas. 2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Check nickel.
On 1st and 10, Watson escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Watch out.
On the handoff, it's Akers. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
A gain of 4. And 3rd down.
Now Watson. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Samson Abukum in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And Gold is able to put it through, and the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Taking it about the 1. Oh, a good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry now for A.J. Dillon. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And the tackle there by Chris Barnes. On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Now Wilson. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. .31 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
What is that? 19! 21, check Mike 21. Let's go, D. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Hey, 54! Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot.
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we're in the middle part of the season where each week starts to become a little more important, and especially this, Charles, being a division matchup.
Yeah, you haven't fired the starter's pistol or rang the bell lap like they do in track and field for the sprint to the finish, but you're starting to eye it, aren't you? You got to pile up those wins, put them in the left-hand column, not the L's in the right-hand column.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early. I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Hey, check Mike. Hey, 31! 27.
On first down, Watson. Flushed, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. charging hard for that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. On second down, Akers. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 62 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. From the 50, it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now fourth down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. That is caught by Anderson. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson. His first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7.
Next score, Giants 10, Cowboys 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, heel up, and come back strong. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Dillon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. They'll run now with Dillon. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
Switch it.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Let's make these babies cry. Recon, 132 fighting. Ready, go!
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run here with Dillon. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Right here, guys.
On 2nd and goal, Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jalen Waddle, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Watson on first down. He'll dump this off to Akers. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9 at the 36-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. To throw is Watson. Try to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? On second down, another run for Dillon. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Jalen Waddle. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Tyler Bass now for the point after. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Cowboys 21, Giants 10.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike. Hey, 59. Hey, check. Mike 27. Mike 27. Mike 27. You get out.
Out of the gun, Watson.
You get blocked out.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off of play action, it's Watson. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off around the 41. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop. Rolling to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give them 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Right here, guys. Fight 51.
Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
He's got Jordan complete right side. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half, now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Fielded at about the 28. Evans, fast footwork. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. Now swing pass for Dillon. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Both teams making their final preparations for the second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now a dump off here complete, and he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go. 51's Mike. Mike's 51. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
They go play action with Wilson. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, a 22. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's got Higgins over the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. They give to Dillon out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Right here, guys. Fight 51.
Now Waddle on the jet sweep. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 15 yards on that play.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get this. Check 37. Check.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
6 yards to go.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Running left is Dillon. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A.J. Dillon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Wilson going to throw for it. And looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
They'll run on 1st down. Dillon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. Now Wilson. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Mike 27, watch the run. They're running it.
Now a 1st down throw. Watson. He'll air this one out for Kirk. It got his man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 35. Here's Watson.
Check.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Here I come.
From the red zone now, Watson. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
On 2nd down, Dillon. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. They run once more with Dillon. Fights off the defender. And good power running, but he's still going to be about a yard short. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Watch that in, tight end's right.
Faking the give, now Watson. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. Touchdown! Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll try the left side with Dillon. There to stop him was Carlton Davis. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Dillon. Running right through him. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And just a yard to go here on second down.
I got you. Kill.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards. Here's Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
All day, baby, all day, all day.
On second down now, Dillon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right, where you are. That's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
51 the mic, boys, 51. I'm coming. Hey, Mike, 51.
Now Wilson.
Get that ball.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the side.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, Watson. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time, Watson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. On 1st down, Dillon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A.J. Dillon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. They'll try and run it here. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Check three. Check three. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
Throwing again is Watson. That's to Evans, and what a nice catch that is. Touchdown, Giants! Well, I mean, Mike Evans, he's been an elite receiver for some time now, and part of that, Charles, certainly what he can do once the ball is in his hands. The Giants will again come to the line here and try for two.
Safe.
Here's Watson.
Get ready.
And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for two does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. He'll buy some time right. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Play action. It's Wilson. Rolling to his right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs.
I remember being taught that cliches have become so for a reason. A lot of times they're true, right? What's that they used to tell us about letting sleeping dogs lie? Well, this one wasn't sleeping. Maybe it was just slumbering a little bit. But taking that gamble there, you've got the lead. You may have ignited them now that they stopped you.
That's exactly right. If you take the points here, you don't shift momentum necessarily on that play. You probably just did. Flush to his right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
65. Alert.
Watson to throw. Being chased out left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Wilson wants to throw it. They'll roll him out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. From the 25 on second down, Wilson. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.